Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that might upset a lot of UGC creators right now. You don't have content problem. You have workflow problem. Because right now, thousands of creators are doing UGC every single day. Same hooks, same lighting, same editing style. And they are all wondering the same question. Why aren't brands paying me? Meanwhile, there are thousands of creators with half followers and less polished content who are making thousands of dollars. So, what's the difference? It's not talent, it's not luck, it's the process behind the content. And today I'm going to show you the exact UGC workflow that I use that make brands pay. But before that, you should know why you should even listen to me. My name is Darko Sokoleski and I've spent years studying how brands actually choose creators, not the version creators talk about, the real version happening behind the scenes. I watch brands approve creators, reject creators, and delay payments, and sometimes completely ignore creators who were actually talented. And once you understand how brands think, something becomes obvious. Most creators are approaching UGC backwards. They focus on followers, aesthetic, trending edits, but brands care about something else entirely. Brands care about risk, and every time a brand hires a creator, they are asking one question. Is this creator going to make our life easier or more complicated? That question decides whether you get paid. So most creators think UGC works like this. You make good content, brand notices, brand hires you. That's fantasy. Reality looks very different. The reality? Brands are overwhelmed and every day they receive dozens of hundreds or thousands of messages that looks the same. Most of them sound like this. Hi, I'm UGC creator, let's collaborate. And when the brands see that message, they completely ignore, or their brain immediately says, this will take time. And yeah, the time is expensive. So they ignore it completely, not because your content is bad, but because you look like work. So I started asking different questions. Instead of asking, how do creators get brands? I ask this one simple question. How do creators become the easiest possible decision for brands? And when I figured it out, everything changed. I call this low friction workflow because the faster you remove friction for brands, the faster they pay you. Here's how it works. We have some steps that you need to follow. Step 1. Stop pitching like a creator. Most creators pitch like this. Hi, I'm creator. Here's my portfolio. Brands don't care about your portfolio. What brands care about is ads that convert. So instead of pitching yourself, you pitch a solution. For example, instead of saying I make skincare content, you say this. I notice your product has great reviews, but very few testimonial style ads. I recorded a concept that could work really well for paid ads. Now you're not a creator, you're someone who already started solving their problem, and psychologically that changes everything. Now we go to the step number 2. Send the idea before the deal. This is where most creators lose the opportunity. They try to secure the deal before showing value. Brands hate that because they are taking risk. But if you send a simple concept idea first, something interesting happens. The brand starts imagining the content. And once a brand imagines the content working, they are already half convinced. Now step 3, make it easy to say yes. How? This is the part nobody talks about. Brands don't want complexity, they want clarity. So when I send proposal, I don't send a long message. I send something extremely simple. Something like 2 content concepts, price, timeline, usage rights. That's it. Because every extra question creates friction, and friction delays the payment. Step 4. Deliver faster than expected. This is one of the crucial things in UGC, and also everything with client work. Here's something most creators misunderstand. Brands don't remember the best video. They remember the smoothest collaboration. If a brand receives clear communication, fast delivery, usable ad content, they don't just pay you. They keep hiring you over and over again. And this is where UGC becomes real income. Not one-off deal, but repeated partnership. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most creators never reach this stage because they are still trying to look like creators instead of thinking like a partners. And the moment you make that shift, brands stop seeing you as someone who asks for money. They start seeing you like a partner and the person who will make them more money. Why this matters right now? The UGC space is exploding, like so big explosion. More creators are entering every single day in this industry, which means one thing: being good at content is no longer enough. The creators who win now are the ones who understand brand psychology, frictionless communication, fast delivery system. That's the difference between the ones who work for $200 here and there and someone who is building a real business with this. And if you want to build that, start with one simple change. Stop thinking like a creator who is looking for work and start thinking like someone who solves the problem and finds the solution. And if you like this video, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next cut.